heard the term quiet quitting, and now companies are quiet cutting. This is creating some confusion, fear, frustration among their workers. I'm back with Holly Wilbanks to explore this term. And again, we've heard of quiet quitting, and now there's this new term that's circulating that I think is adding to the confusion of it all. So what does quiet cutting mean?
So quiet cutting is the concept that employers are restructuring, reevaluating their workforce in terms of their team members, their employees, realizing based on their projections they have too many people.
Yeah.
And so they're restructuring and moving and consolidating. So what ends up happening is somebody gets moved into a different role, reassigned into a different role, either because they're eliminating that role altogether or just reducing the number of people in that role.
So let's just take for instance this studio. I don't run the technical side of things, but all of a sudden we've had to cut a bunch of people and I now have to run cameras.
Yes.
And here. So I've never been trained on it. Now, some people might take that as, oh, I'm learning a new skill. This could be exciting for me. Why not give it a shot? But other people seem to think that this is a way to kind of force some people out as well, right? There are two schools of thoughts on this.
And quite frankly, both do happen. And so it depends on sort of what happens to you as to, are they really trying to retain you, or are they trying to hopefully get you to quit and go somewhere else, right? It's very hard to tell sometimes. If you're being completely reassigned and your entire group is being reassigned, most likely they're not trying to get rid of you. They're just trying to keep you and have you just do something else that's more in need for the business.
So it seems to me that you should have a conversation too with your boss if this is happening, and maybe ask expectations, why this is happening, that sort of thing, right?
Exactly. Quite frankly, leaders should be pretty transparent about why these things are happening to either one-on-one individuals or entire teams. But if you're not getting the answers that you want from that, then you should definitely set up a time and say, you know, is this a real future for me here?
Right.
You know, what do you think my odds are? Those types of questions. I'm really frustrated that I have to learn something new, or I don't really want to be at this role. A lot of times if you're going, for instance, from a director role back to a manager role, it's very possible that that lower pay, that lower title, they're hoping that you're going to leave. However, we did see during the pandemic, people have to take steps back as companies restructured, and they have been able to go back to their pre-pandemic title since then.
So it doesn't mean that this is your forever.
It doesn't necessarily mean that this is your forever, but your boss's response will most likely tell you a lot about your future with the organization.
Right.
They probably won't sugarcoat it if they are actively trying and hoping that you and maybe some other team members are going to find another opportunity somewhere else so that they don't have to lay you off.
All right, new terms, but this has been done before. We've seen this kind of practice before, so just something to keep in mind.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Holly. And if you're interested in career coaching or need help finding your next job, we have more information about Wilbanks Consulting Group on our website at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.